Recording now. It's okay now. It's all right. It's recording, but just act normal. Act normal, in spite of the camera. Okay, here it comes. The uses of will, the uses of should, and the uses of... I'm talking to you. And the uses will, would, and should. Yeah? Here we go. Let's start with will. The first use of will that I want to explain to you. We can use will, or the negative form want, with dynamic verbs. With dynamic verbs. Okay, will, want, with dynamic verbs. Question. What is the difference between a dynamic verb and a non-dynamic verb? Or a stated verb? What is the difference between a dynamic verb and a stated verb? Do you know? Stated verbs and dynamic verbs, on the other hand. Does it ring any bell? No?
Is the time of the action?
It's not about the time. It's not about the time. For example, playing is a dynamic verb. Walking is a dynamic verb. Singing is a dynamic verb. But to be is an unstated verb. To become is an unstated verb. To feel is an unstated verb. To love is an unstated verb. To hate, it's an unstated verb. Do you see the difference? Some of them, the dynamic verb, typically involve physical actions, but the stated verbs typically involve mental states. All right? So, will, want with dynamic verbs. What is the function of will and want with dynamic verbs in this context? I'm going to give you a sentence. He'll do housework while listening to music. Another example. She'll keep talking non-stop. She'll keep talking non-stop. Okay, have a look at this. He'll do housework while listening to music. She'll keep talking non-stop. What is the use of will here with this dynamic verb? And here with this dynamic verb? What is the use? Okay, she'll keep talking non-stop. I hate it. What is the use of will here? Expressing annoyance about a typical behavior. Yeah? Okay, so one of the uses is to express typical behavior. Yeah? The use of will, want with a dynamic verb. Yeah? The use would be to express typical behavior. This is the function. Okay? The function is expressing typical behavior. Okay, again here, he'll do housework while listening to music. Again, this is something that he typically does. Yeah, something he typically does. That is typical behavior, or even just a habit. Yeah. So one of the uses of will, yeah, with a dynamic verb, is to express typical behavior. Oh, she'll keep talking non-stop. I hate it. Or habits. Yeah? He'll do housework while listening to music. That's a habit that he has. And you can express it with will plus a dynamic verb. Will plus a dynamic verb. This is use or function number one. So far so good. I have a lot of functions for you today. Can I erase it? It's being recorded anyway. You will be able to watch it on YouTube. All right, another use of will. Another use of will. Will. Another use of will that I have here. I'll give you the sentence and then you tell me what the function is. Yeah? You will guess what the function is. I'll give you a sentence. I assume you will have met Sarah. You will have met Sarah. Sentence number one, I assume you will have met Sarah. I assume you will have met Sarah. Another sentence, Davidson. Imagine that the bell rings, yeah? Bell rings. Bell rings. And then you say, bell rings. Ring, ring, ring. And then you say, Davidson. Davidson. I'm expecting him. Davidson. I'm expecting him. Yep. Okay. What do you think the use of will is here? I assume, oh, this one is difficult. It's the same anyway. That will be Tom. I'm expecting him. That will be Tom. I'm expecting him. What is the use of will in this, the function of will in this example? Rachel?
Supposing something is true.
Correct. Yeah, correct. I would say to indicate that we believe something is true. Yeah? To indicate that we believe something is true. This is another function of will. To indicate that we believe something is true. Here is very clear, yeah? Ring, ring, and then, oh, that'll be Tom. I'm expecting him. Here, with this will, we are expressing, yeah, that we believe this is true. We believe it. We don't know yet 100% sure, but we believe it. Yeah? Have a look at this structure. I assume you will have met Sarah. You will have met Sarah. What are we expressing here? Again, we believe something is true. I believe that you have already met Sarah. What is the normal way to say this? The most common way to say this that you already know. I assume you have already met Sarah. Okay, this is the simple way of saying it. The way you already know. The way using the present perfect. Yeah? Oh, okay, I assume you have already met Sarah. But what is the more complicated way of saying it that I'm teaching at the C2.1 level? I assume you will have met Sarah. So these and this mean the same thing. This is the easy way. This is the complex C2 level formal way of saying it that you have to learn at this point. Yeah? I assume you will have met Sarah. I assume you have already met Sarah. I believe it is true. So far so good? Can I erase this? You know, I used to feel so bad after erasing my explanations, but now I don't, because they are being recorded for posterity and immortality. Otherwise, they would be so short-lived, right? Just a few seconds there. So much work for just 5 seconds. It will be there. Well, it will be on the cloud. All right, another use of will. There it goes. You can use will or won't to express. You will tell me later after having a look at these examples. Okay, have a look at this example. I told them, but they won't listen. I told them, but they won't listen. Won't. Yeah? Another example. Oh my God. Oh my God. I screw it. Oh my God. I screw it. She won't talk to me. Oh my God. I screw it. She won't talk to me. Screw it. I screw it. I made a mistake. I did it wrong. I did it wrong. She won't talk to me. Oh no, she won't talk to me. What is the meaning of won't here? They won't listen. She won't talk to me. Lina.
Screw? Will it have to be screwed? I don't know.
Yeah. You're right.
Oh,
I screw it. Yeah. You're right. In the past. What is the meaning of won't? They won't listen. She won't talk to me. You can also say I blew it. I like it even more. Let me change it. I blew it. Another way of saying it. I blew it. The blew is the past of blow. Yeah. It means in Spanish I would say la cagao. Yeah. La cagao. I blew it. Oh my God, I blew it. She won't talk to me. Yeah. Okay. What is the function of won't? Won't here. Won't listen. Won't talk to me. Sorry?
Or something that you know is going to happen in the future.
They won't listen. Do you think they are willing to listen or not? They're not willing to. She won't talk to me. Do you think she's willing to listen to me? No, she's not. Typically, yeah, I said here will or won't, yeah, but typically we use this function with won't. We typically use it in the negative form. So I would say to express a degree of willingness to do something. To express a degree of willingness to do something, yeah? Willingness, yeah? Willingness. To express a degree of willingness. Typically in the negative form. They won't listen. There's no willingness at all. They don't want to, yeah? She won't talk to me. There's no willingness, yeah? She doesn't want to talk to me. So far so good? Can I erase it? Okay, at this pace, I hope to finish the explanation in about 10 minutes, approximately, roughly, perhaps 15. What time is it? What time is it?
5 to 8.
Ah, okay, we have time. Before the conversation time, I think we can finish the explanation, yeah? Okay, next use. Next use of will. Next use of will. Okay, you tell me what the use is. I'll give you some examples now. Do you listen to Eminem? Do you know one of the most famous songs from Eminem, The Real Slim Shady? You don't know it? Okay, the song starts saying it something like this. Will the real Slim Shady, this is just the name, yeah? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. And then the song begins. Yeah? So this is the use of will. Will. Then stand up. I'll give you another more formal examples. Yeah. Will all students, for example, yeah. Will all students please remain quiet? Will students please be quiet? Will students please be quiet? Again, will be quiet. Will stand up. What is the use of will here? First of all, do you feel it's formal or informal? It's very formal, yeah? So what is the function of will here? Sorry? Asking people to do something, yeah? Asking people to do something or requesting people to do something, yeah? Requesting people to do something. Yeah? Requesting people to do something. Will all students please be quiet? Will the residents shady please stand up? Yeah? Being very quiet, very polite, very polite. And asking students, will students please be quiet? Okay, imagine that I use the negative one, that I use won't. Won't. The negative form. Won't. In a question, yeah? And I say something like, won't you? Won't you come with me? Won't you come with me? Won't you come with me? What is the function of won't here? It's very similar, yeah? It's similar, but in the negative, yeah? But in the negative form. Won't you come with me? What am I doing with this won't?
Trying to persuade someone to do something.
Yeah, asking someone to do something again, or to invite, yeah? Asking, yeah? Asking or inviting, yeah? Somebody to do something, yeah? Asking or inviting somebody to do something. Oh, come on, won't you come with me? Won't you come with me? I'm inviting you, all right? So far, so good. May I? I'm still explaining will. So, still in the first block. Another use of will. Many new uses of will, yeah? It was not only about future simple, yeah? Future simple back then in the B1 level. Future simple will. Well, there are many other uses for will, yeah? Okay, another use for will. Have a look at this sentence. Alpha male lions. Alpha male lions will mate with every single female in the pride. With all females in the pride. What is the meaning of pride in this context? A group of lions. A group of lions is a pride. Yeah? A pride of lions. In Spanish, I would say manada. But be careful, because with other animals they use other names. For example, they don't say a pride of wolves. They say a pack of wolves. Yeah? A pack of wolves, a pride of lions. Yeah? A pack of wolves, a pride of lions. Okay, so alpha male lions will mate with all females in the pride. Have a look at another sentence. Water will freeze at 0 degrees centigrade. What is the use of will in these sentences? Will freeze. Will mate. One person at a time. Show me your hands. No? I heard voices. Try again, try again. Yes.
True statement?
Something which is true. Yeah, a true statement. You're on the right track. Can you anybody develop it a little bit further?
Something that for sure is going to happen. Something that is
You're getting there. You're getting very close. Almost there.
They are universal facts.
That's what I was looking for. Yeah? But it's basically the same thing. Basically the same thing. I would say natural behavior or properties of things. Yeah? Natural behavior or properties of things. Yeah? But I agree with you. Facts. Yeah? Natural behavior or properties of things. And I agree with you. This is something which is always true, a universal truth. I agree with you. This is just another way of saying it. Yeah? It's just a different way of saying the same thing as you said before. Yeah? Natural behavior, properties of things. Yeah? Male lions will mate, water will freeze. So far so good. Still with will. May I? Okay, just a quick reminder of a more archaic form of will. There is a more archaic form similar to will, which is typically British, and it is shall. Yeah, we already know the basic uses of shall. For example, if you want to make a suggestion, yeah, a suggestion with shall. Suggestion, shall we do this? Shall we do that? Yeah? Shall we go to the cinema? Shall we go to class? Shall we go for a drink? Shall we? Suggestion. Yeah? I'm not going to write it down because we already know, right? There is another way, which is the question tag. Okay, shall we? I'm going to write it down. Shall we? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah? Shall we? Blah, blah, blah. Another way, another use for this is with a future meaning. I shan't. This is not frequent. Okay, this is not frequent. This is very formal, and this is very British at the same time. I don't think you hear a lot of shall in the U.S. at all. Yeah, this is typically British. Yeah, I shan't say a word. I shan't say a word. Yeah, this is a synonym for won't. And what are we expressing here? We are expressing future. Yeah, this is very formal. Yeah, formal. Very formal and very British. Yeah, very formal and very British. I shan't say a word. Shan't. Okay, if I say as a question tag, yeah? As a question tag, if I say, let's go out, and then a question tag with shall we? Yeah, so shall can be used to make suggestions. Shall can be used as a very formal way of future, and shall can be used as a question tag after let's. Yeah, a question tag after let's. Again, this is very British. In the US, they don't say this. Yeah, let's go out. Yeah, shall we? More typically British. So far, so good. Okay, we have finished with will. Now move on to would. Shall I erase it? Would. Okay, would. Have a look at this sentence and then please tell me the function. My ideal job would be working from home. My ideal job would be working from home. Again, would be. What are we expressing? What is the function of this would? Real or hypothetical situation? So what we do is to express a hypothetical present or future, yeah? Present or future situation. Yeah? This is the most basic use of would. Yep.
If we change would for could, is that
My
the
ideal
same
job
meaning?
could be, alright, if you can change would for could. Is it grammatically, if I say my ideal job could be working from home, is this grammatically correct or grammatically incorrect? Incorrect or correct? It is grammatically correct. However, is the meaning exactly the same as with would, or does the meaning change a little bit? The meaning changes a little bit. How would you say, Lena, that the meaning changes if you change would for could?
Could is
Difficult question, yeah? Everybody is listening to you right now, so no pressure.
Could it more vague than what? Sorry? Vague?
Yeah, I would say that you're not that sure. If you say my ideal job would be working from home, it's a hypothetical situation that it is hypothetical, but I know that it would be ideal for me. Could be. Still, it's hypothetical, but I'm not that sure. It could be my ideal job, or maybe not. Yeah. It could be my ideal job, or maybe not. There is this slight change of meaning. But answering your question, choose. Is it possible to change it? Yes, it is possible to change it. Is the meaning the same? No, it isn't. It changes a little bit. Next, use of would. Would plus a dynamic verb. Would plus a dynamic verb. And what is the use of that? I'll give you an example. Have you seen The Lord of the Rings, the movie? Do you know Treebeard, the character? Treebeard. A big tree with a beard. Okay, Treebeard said, Saruman would walk in these woods, okay, or in this forest, in these woods, or in this forest. Another example, my mom would take me to school every day. Again, would, walk, state verb or dynamic? Dynamic verb. Take me, dynamic. Yeah, it involves kind of a physical action, right? What is the function of this would and this would? Maximo.
Past habit.
Correct. Past habit. What is the other structure that we can use instead of would? Saruman used to walk. My mom used to take me to school. Yeah? Would is less common, more formal perhaps, and it's the time to study it. May I? Next one. Next use of would. Okay, let's say would have plus past participle. Would have plus past participle. Would have, and past participle. Okay, let's say this is a difficult one, okay? So don't worry too much. Jesus would have been teaching for 5 hours. Jesus, that's name, yeah? Jesus would have been teaching. Jesus would have been teaching for 5 hours. He looks knackered. He looks knackered. Okay, knackered, this is informal British language. What does it mean, Shema? Yeah, very tired. Exhausted. Extremely tired. So Jesus would have been teaching for 5 hours. He looks knackered. Would have been. Would have been. Would have past participle. What on earth does it mean? It looks so weird. What is the function of this word? It's a difficult structure, isn't it? I'm going to give you another structure that you are more familiar with. The typical structure, the most typical structure for this, the one we would use is Jesus must have been. Must have. Must have been teaching. It's the same meaning. Yeah? Jesus must have been teaching for 5 hours. Jesus would have been teaching for 5 hours. This is the one you already know. I suppose you already know. And this is the new one with would. but the meaning is the same. And what is the meaning? What is the function of that? Sorry? Assuming something. Very good, very good. Assuming something about the present or about the past? Well, about something that happened in the past that has an effect right now. The effect is this is not right now. It has an effect now, but it's something that happened very recently and for a period of time. Yeah? So, Jesus must have been teaching for 5 hours. This is the one you know. Jesus would have been teaching for 5 hours. Again, this is, as Maximo said, to make an assumption about the past. Yeah? To make an assumption about the past. This actually sounds like really complicated, right? Jesus would have been teaching. Actually, this is also part of a third conditional. In another structure, you can use that for a third conditional. But here, it means must have been. Would have been, must have been. Assumption about the past with an effect in the present. So far so good? Okay, another use of would. There are so many. May I? Okay, another use of would. Would. Imagine that I say, I would prefer not to go there. I would prefer not to go there. Or another one, I would ask you not to do it. I would ask you not to do it. Okay. Imagine that I remove would from here. I prefer not to go. I prefer not to go there. So, right, I'm expressing my desire or my willingness or not willingness to do something. If I add would, I would prefer not to go there. What is the effect of this would? That's it. Yeah, that's it. To be tentative. To be tactful. To be polite. Yeah, that is the effect of would in these sentences. It's not the same saying, I ask you not to do it, or saying, I would ask you not to do it. And being more tactful. Yeah? This is the function.